Hi guys, hi, how's it going? How y'all doing today? Hopefully today finds you well. Today I am doing my deck of panning update. This is a project that was created by Emily from Emily and Max here on YouTube. And it is a panning game that there are so many of us playing this year. And I'm hoping that she'll bring it back next year. This is a game that we've been playing since January of this year, and it runs through December of this year, and then we take a month off and we hopefully get to start it all over again, dependent on how Emily feels about continuing the game. That said, this is my second year playing this game and I have so much fun in it, and all the information that you need will be down in my description box, but ultimately you just need a deck of cards, your makeup inventory, and the prompts that Emily shuffles every single month. So I hope that sounds like something you're interested in watching. If it does, please keep on watching. For those of you new here, hi, my name is Donna. I'm a lover of all things high-end, colorful beauty and self-care. I also work in the beauty industry as a field leader for Ulta. I get a lot of education in my position. I like to bring you that education here, but ultimately I'm just out here talking about makeup because I like to talk about makeup. And if you also like to talk about makeup, I hope that you find that this channel brings as much solace to your soul as it does mine, and you'll want to stick around and subscribe before you go. And with that said, let's just roll into this deck of panning intro. What? Let's just roll into this deck of panning update so that we can get you on out of here. Alrighty, alright. So I mean, if you've been watching this for a while now, you know the rules, all the things. There is a game board that Emily shuffles every single month. The face cards don't change, so the Jack, Queen, King, Ace, those don't change for the year anyways. And the Joker never changes either. And then the number cards, 2 through 10, all change. Every single month, Emily shuffles the board and we have prompts. So this is a prompt-based project pan. I usually do this based on like a number of uses. This is my rotation project pan, whereas the other project that I do here on my channel is my completionist project pan. I'm not going to go into all the things. If you guys have been watching it this whole time, I don't want to bore you anymore, but all the information will be down in my description box because that is how we roll. Okay, let's talk about some products. So the first product I have rolled in May. It was rolled in for the 9 of Hearts, and the 9 of Hearts in May was favorite color. This seems to be a running one on my channel. Like, I think I've pulled it in like 4 times this year, something like that. So what I rolled in for that was something that was green, because green is my favorite color. And I did roll in this MAC pigment in the shade Chartreuse. This is the prettiest of all the greens, in my humble opinion. It is what is on my inner corner today. And this is the 5th time I've used it because I had given myself a goal of 10 times. And when we did deck of panning last month, I had only used it 5 times in the May, June, July time frame in the 2 months. And in the last month, I have used it 5 more times. So we are calling this good and done. And it will be rolling out of my deck of panning. And I'm really super happy to have gotten some use on it because up until this point, I think it was maybe a handful of times in my collection it had gotten use. So that one rolled in May, and we're finally rolling it out. In June, I have 1 left from the roll-in in June. And in June, it was the 2 of clubs, and the 2 of clubs in June was favorite color. So I rolled in another green item. This is the green LA Girl Shockwave Neon Eyeliner in the shade Gotcha, and it is just a bright green eyeliner that I wanted to use until I sharpened it enough to get down to the letters here, touching like the N in neon. And as you can see, we're not quite there yet. I've sharpened it twice since bringing it in June, and that just wasn't quite enough to get us down to the end. I think that utilizing it for one more month, I will likely be able to hit those, one more sharpen, and I think this will be down to the letters, but who knows. And they're kind of soft, so they dull down really rather quickly, and I like a really sharp line for the most part. So I mean, I have used it 8 times. I've sharpened it twice, so I think I could get another probably 5 uses out of this, 4 uses out of this in the next month, and then we'll see this roll out as well. But for now, that one will be staying in. And then we get to the roll-ins last month. So last month I rolled in 3 items, and those 3 items were for the Jack of Spades, which was a powder product. And for powder product, I rolled in the Too Faced Turn Up the Light highlighter palette. This is what this guy looks like. And there are 3 different powders in here, and I gave myself a goal of using each pan 3 times, and so far I have not used one of them 1 time. So this one will be staying in with a hard focus because I do need to use it. I don't know what stopped me from using it. I think I need to put it into my, everyday makeup drawer right here so that I do get some use out of it, but it's not far from my everyday makeup drawer. I just need to remember to pull it out and use it. I pulled other things from the drawer that it's sitting in, so I don't know why I haven't used it, but I think it's beautiful. I think it's really beautiful. Like, we have Glow, we have Soft Focus, and then we have Dazzle here. Dazzle is more of like a glittery, Soft Focus is more of like a like ambient lighting powder, and then Glow is more of like your traditional highlighter. So I mean, I really do think that it's gorgeous. I just need to pull it out and use it. So it hasn't seen any use. I will go ahead and keep that in for another month. Hopefully I'll be able to get the uses out of it next month, but that one will stay in as well. I also rolled in the 8 of Diamonds last month, which was a foundation, and for foundation I did roll in the Fenty Eavesdrop. So I have mine in the shade 9, which I don't think is the right shade for me, and I was like, it was a smack in the face the last time I put this on my face because I sat down to film and my skin looked orange, and I was like, oh, yep, that is definitely like oxidized on me and turned orange, which is honestly the color that it is in here. So why I thought I was a 9, I don't know. I mean, it's not orange, but it looked orange on me. This is definitely not my tone. I did have a 5 times use goal on this, and I did hit a 5 times use goal on this. I have mixed this every single time I've used it, except for the one time where I was on camera. I have mixed this because this isn't a product this isn't a shade that I can use anymore. This is one of my favorite skin tints, though. I really do like it. I just need to get it in my appropriate shade. And I think the first time I had this, so this is a repurchase, I think the first time I had this in a 6. And I accidentally purchased a 9 when I repurchased it. So it is what it is. It's been in my collection for far too long to take it back and say, hey, can I exchange this? I don't even remember when I purchased that at that moment in time. So this one, however, I have used the 5 times, so I will be calling that good. And then the last product that I rolled in last month was for the 5 of Spades, which at that point in time was Impulse. And for Impulse, I pulled in this Euphoria liquid blush in the shade Chemical Reaction. So it's one of those pH blushes where you put it on your skin and it changes to a pink that is supposed to be the reaction to your skin's pH, the pink that it shows up. And honestly, the color that it is on here is the color that it shows up on me. I can't wear a fluorescent pink. I can't wear fluorescent pink. I've tried. In addition to that, like this is it on my hand, and you can't, it's not really changing on my hand, but when you blend it out, it kind of stays where you've, like if you use it from the doe foot and like put it on your skin, whatever, however you put it on your skin is what you see on your cheeks. So it looks very patchy at that point. And this is something when I was doing my inventory video that I knew I was going to declutter when I went through this deck of panning, because I can't wear this. I have worn it the 5 times that I asked myself to wear it as per deck of panning, but I will not be wearing this again. This is just not my bag. I can't do it. It doesn't look great. And again, it's a product that I bought quite a while ago, so I'm just not sure. I can't return it at this point. I think my daughter might like it, so I'll give it to her or whomever, to be honest. But that one is also coming out of deck of panning because it is a product that I completed my goal on. So if you're keeping track of the 5 items I have in deck of panning, we are keeping 2 in the project and we are rotating 3 of them out, which is great. It's excellent. This one's been in there for far too long. With that said, I have got my deck of cards here, and as I said at the beginning, you just need a deck of cards in your makeup inventory or your makeup collection to play this game. So that is what we are going to do, and I haven't looked at the board yet, but the board is shuffled by Emily every single month. The face cards don't change. They stay the same. They're typically the yin and yang of each other. And then there is the Joker card, which is an Are You Joking Me product. So something in a long haul or something that you don't want to pan for one reason or another. I'm looking for my Joker right now. It is right there, kind of at the top. I'm going to shuffle the cards and we're going to look at the number board, which is the part that gets shuffled together. I don't typically say what I'd like to get or what I don't want to get because I'm a little superstitious about that. It seems like every single time I've said, ooh, that might be fun, I end up without it. And every single time I say, ooh, I don't want that, I end up with it. There is lots on here though that I wouldn't mind having. That said, I still have my Ace of Spades, which is something that I rolled or that I pulled, I think, in like February or something like that, which gives me the right to veto a card. Okay. So I've shuffled. I am now going to cut the deck. I usually cut twice and then shuffle one more time. And then we pull the top 3 cards from the deck. So we have a King of Clubs, a King of Diamonds. What the hell? And a Jack of Hearts. We got all face cards? Okay, I got a Black King, which is has a pan. I got a Red King, which is hit a pan. And I got a Red Jack, which is a cream or liquid product. What in my collection has a pan besides that stupid tart make believe in yourself? Oh, my Winky Lux palette has pan. I hate this game. I think I am going to use my veto, and I am going to take out my Red King because there's nothing in my collection that I have that is even anywhere near close to hit a pan. You know, even when I think of my old items in my collection, I can't, yep, I'm going to veto that one. So we're going to pull the next one from the top. What? is going on? Why do I get all the face cards? These are the no fun cards. Although I do think that the queen is, yes, okay. The queen is pick your space for red or black queen. It's pick your space. So that one's going to be fun. We are going to pick a space. We're going to pick a space. What space are we going to pick? I'm going to think about this. I'll be right back. I don't know how it is that I ended up with all face cards. I mean, there's such a bummer because it's the numbered cards that change, and that's the fun part, right? But I did, like I said, veto my red king, which was hit a pan, because I just don't know that there's anything in my collection that I want to work on for the next, solidly for the next 4 months to hit a pan in. So I did go ahead and veto that. Ended up pulling a black queen, which means I was able to pick my space. But with pick your space, you have to pick your space within the same suit as the card that you pulled. So I had to pick a club. With that, I did choose the 6 of clubs, which is fragrance, because I've had a good run of being able to finish fragrances in this, and this has been a fragrance that I use quite significantly. It is my car fragrance right now. This is the KLE Love Fest Burning Cherry AF fragrance. This is where it's at right now. I think that you can see I've used quite a bit of it. It is sitting right underneath where it says Love Fest. My goal with this is going to be to finish it up. That will be 3 fragrances out of my collection this year through Deck of Panning, I do believe. So for the Jack of Hearts, or Red Jack, which was creamer liquid product, I did choose a lip gloss that I haven't even worn yet, that I've had since FLC, and it is the Too Faced Kissing Jelly Gloss. And I do want to use this just as much as possible between now and the next update. I'm going to put a goal on it of hitting at least 20 uses, but I do want to use it beyond that, right? I want to use it more than those 20 uses. I would love to see this halfway done when we come back next month. That would be super fantastic. And it's got that big old fat doe foot in there. And I'm really super excited about this gloss, actually, because it's also cotton candy, and that is my favorite thing on the planet. So super excited about that. And then the last card was the Black King, which was Hit a Pan. No. I'm like, wait. I thought I didn't do that one. Has a Pan is what that one is. And I pulled out my Winky Lux Kitten palette because I do have 2 pans in this palette. These 2 shades up here. So what I'm going to do is expand both pans. I would like to use each one of these shadows at least 10 times before I pull it out of here. So there's that. I think, you know, I spent my ace well, but now it gets to go back into the deck. And I think it's wild to me that I pulled that ace at the beginning of the year and haven't had the opportunity to use it yet. And haven't pulled another ace. I also think it's wild to me that I haven't pulled the card that shall not be named yet. So we're going to go through the deck and find where the Joker, oh, that was easy. It was literally, this is the last card. This is the next to last card. So it was the next to last card at the bottom. So there wasn't a chance I was going to pull it this time anyways. I think it's funny because last time it was like third from the top, which meant that I pulled those 3 cards and could have ended up pulling that Joker, you know, right off the bat this time if I didn't shuffle. So I'm really glad that this is a shuffling game. With that said, that is my Deck of Panning update. I hope that you guys enjoyed it. Let me know what you think about the products that I chose. Have you used the products that I chose before? And what are your thoughts? Also, are you doing decapanning? I typically will go through the playlist that Emily has on her channel and watch as many as I can. I don't comment on everything because I will listen to them as I'm driving down the road, so I'm unable to comment in those moments, but I do watch them. I promise you, if you are in that playlist, I'm watching you. But that said, if you are not in that playlist, let me know. Hit me up. I would love to come watch you. If you're doing this on Instagram, I would love to come and support you on Instagram as well. So just let me know down in the description box. I'd love to say hey, talk to you a little bit. So we have 3 new products for next month. We have 2 continuing to stay in the project. And that said, that is it. I hope that you guys had a blast with me today. I hope that you are all doing well, that you are all safe and healthy and getting along as best you can.
I was going to say something. I can't remember what I was going to say.
I hope that you are all loving each other, being kind humans, and just living your best life, literally. And until next time, bye, friends.